Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Inshallah, in this lesson, we're going to learn by polygons. Polygons are shapes that have many sides. It's called by polygons. Let's say, okay, this shape, we draw like this shape. So like this one, okay, this will be polygon because it has many sides. All the shapes that have many sides called by polygons. So how we calculate, okay, or how we supposed to know like the number of the sides of a shape? So you can just count in here. Every lines where they meet together is a side. This is the first side, 1, 2. Here will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're saying by this a polygon that has 8 sides. If we draw a triangle, we know the triangle they have 3 sides. So 1, 2, 3. So polygons are shapes that have many sides. So here in this table, you can see by different shapes that have different sides. Okay, let's okay. This is the number of the sides. Shapes that have 3 sides called by triangle. Shapes that have 4 sides called by quadrilateral. Shapes that have 5 sides called by pentagon. Shapes that have 6 sides called by hexagon. Shapes that have 7 sides called by heptagon. Shapes that have 8 sides called by octagon. Shapes that have 9 sides called by nonagon. Shapes that have 10 sides called by decagon. Shapes that have 11 sides called by decagon. Shapes that have 12 sides. Okay, you can see here the different sides and the different types of polygon. So in this table, you have to memorize the number of the sides and the different names of the polygons. So after that, it will be easy for you to calculate the sum of the interior and the exterior angles of polygons, because when we're calculating the sum of interior and exterior angles of polygons, we need to know the number of the sides of that kind of polygon. So right now we're going to learn, inshallah, exterior angle and the sum of the exterior or interior angles of polygons. How can we calculate the sum of interior or exterior angles of polygons? So first we're learning by the first one. We learn by interior angles. Interior angles of polygons. So when we calculate the interior angles of polygons, we're using by this formula. The formula says by the sum, here like it's sum, okay, S stands by sum, the sum of interior angles of polygons you can find by n minus 2 times 180 degree. So this is the formula. The sum of interior angles of polygon you can find by n minus 2 times 180 degree. So what stands by n? N stands by the number of the sides of that polygon. So you just substitute in here the number of the sides of that polygon, you're subtracting by 2. After that, you multiply in 180 degree. That's how we find it by the sum of interior angles of polygon. So let's say we have this shape, okay. We need to find the sum of the interior angles for this shape. What's called the shape? Triangle. How many sides have the triangle? 1, 2, 3. Sometimes they will give you a shape and sometimes they will tell you a name. Let's say if they said to you like triangle, find the sum of the interior angles of triangle. How can you find the sum of the interior angles of triangle? You can find by what? You have to memorize how many sides have the triangle. 3 sides. So by using by the number of the sides. So we're just saying by the sum of interior angles of a triangle or of a polygon, we can find by the sum of interior angles we can find by n minus 2 times 180 degree. We said n stands by number of sides. Okay, how many sides have a triangle? 1, 2, 3, 3 sides. Just substitute the place of n3. 3 minus 2 times 180 degree. What's 3 minus 2? 1. 1 times 180 degree. So it would be 180 degree. So that means, okay, the sum of interior angles of a triangle, you can find 180 degree. So after that, how it will help us the sum of interior angles of a triangle. Let's say you have a question. That question says by you have this triangle. After that, here you have 2x. Let's say here you have 40 degree and here you have 60 degree. You need to find this angle 2x. So if you don't know the sum of interior angles of a triangle, how can you find this angle 2x? We already know the sum of interior angles of a triangle, that's 180 degree. What about if you don't know? If you don't know, you're just counting by how many sides you have the triangle. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 sides. And I forgot the number of sides, I mean the sum of sides, the sum of the angles of interior angles of a triangle. So first, okay, I need to calculate the sum of interior angles of the triangle. After that, I can find the angle 2x, okay. So we're just saying by sum of interior angles of a triangle, I can find by n minus 2 times 180 degree. We already know that. N stands by number of sides. How many sides I have? 1, 2, 3. So 3 minus 2 times 180 degree. What's 3 minus 2? 1. 1 times 180 degree, it's 180 degree. That means, okay, the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So the question is, can we find this angle 2x? Yes, easily. So what we're just doing is start by this angle 2x plus, we add into the next angle. What's the next angle? 40 degree. What's the next angle? 60 degree. It must be equal to 180 degree. The sum of interior angles of the triangle, they must be equal 180 degree. So we're adding all the interior angles, and after we're saying they must be equal to 180 degree. So after that, you're just doing by add like terms. Well, the like terms 40 plus 60, that's 100 degree, equal to 180 degree. So after that, it becomes by a linear equation, and we need to find the value of x. Just go 100 on the other side. We're writing by 2x equal to 180 degree minus 100. 2x will be equal to 180 degree minus 100, and it will be 80. So divide each side the number before the x. What was the number before x? 2, and divide it 2. So what's the value of x? X is 40 degree. So we get the value of x 40 degree. But we couldn't get still, okay, the value of 2x. We just got the value of x, okay. How can we get the value of 2x? We're just saying by the first angle is 2x, and the first angle will be equal to 2 times substitutability of x 40 degree, 2 times 40 degree. And then the value of the first angle will be 2 times 40 degree, 80 degree. So what's the value of the second angle? Angle number 2, we have 40 degree. And the third angle, angle number 3, we have 60 degree. So after that, when you're doing the check-in, the last step when we're doing the check-in, we're saying when we add together all the angles, they must be equal to what? The sum of the interior angles, 180 degree. We're saying by adding together the first angle plus the second angle plus the third angle, they must be equal to 180 degree. What's the value of the first angle? 80 degree. Plus, what's the value of the second angle? 40 degree. Plus, what's the value of the third angle? 60 degree. It's equal to 180 degree. So 80 plus 40 is 120. 120 plus 60, 180 degree, equal to 180 degree. So you can see right now how it helps finding the interior angles. What about, let's say, okay, the majority of the people, they know the sum of the interior angles of a triangle. But what about if the shape's different, like different shapes, they have different angles. So let's say, okay, you got a different pentagon, that you need to find the sum of the interior angles, or to find by one angle or two missing angles. So you have to find first the interior angles, the sum of the interior angles. After that, you have to find each angle, how much it will be each angle. So we go into next example. Next example says by, let's say by, we did the triangle. You can see here in the table, the triangle has 3 sides. Number of the triangles, the n minus 2, that's 1. 1 times 180, the sum of the interior angles of the triangle is 180 degrees. What about if we use by quadrilateral? Quadrilaterals that have a full sides, you can see here. So we need to find the sum of interior angles of quadrilateral shape. So quadrilaterals, okay, are shapes that have full sides. So example, let's say, okay, we have this shape. This shape will be quadrilateral. Let's say, okay, how many sides has this shape? Full sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say this one is 2x. Here you have 80 degree. Here we have 20, and here we have, let's say, 40 degree. So first we're doing the easy ones, and after that, inshallah, we're going to do the hard ones. So first, when you have this shape, okay, let's say, okay, well, you can forget the name of the shape, okay. There's not much to remember, but you should know how many sides that have that shape. So this shape, okay, how many sides have this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes, okay, they will tell you only the name. They will say to you like, find the sum of the interior angles of quadrilateral. So quadrilateral, you should know first, okay, how many sides have the quadrilateral angles. But this one right now, we have the picture, we have the shape, okay. So how many sides have this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4. So step number 1, we have to find the sum of the interior angles first. Step number 1, sum of the interior angles. Let's say that you don't know the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral. How can you find the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral? The sum of the interior angles of the quadrilateral is equal to n minus 2 times 180 degree. So after that, we're doing by n stands by the number of sides. Okay, how many sides have a quadrilateral? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sides. Okay, you just do it by 4 minus 2 times 180 degree. What's 4 minus 2? 2. 2 times 180 degree. What's 2 times 180 degree? 360 degree. So you got, okay, the sum of the interior angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. If we got the sum of the interior angles of quadrilateral, it would be very easy to find that angle 2x. Okay, how can we find that angle of 2x? So you just do it by adding together all the interior angles of a quadrilateral. They must be equal to 360 degree. So we add together all the interior angles of the quadrilateral. We're starting by 2x. We're writing by here 2x plus, what's the second angle? 20 degree plus, what's the fourth angle? 40 degree plus 80 degree. That must be equal to 360 degree. So add it together, 20 plus 40 is 60, 60 plus 80, 140. So you're doing by 2x plus 20 plus 40, we said 60, 60 plus 80 is 140 degree. It must be equal to 360 degree. So after that, to find the value of the x, we have to go 140 to the other side. It will be 2x equal to 360 degree minus 140. Because we said, like, if you have equal and then the both side goes to the other side, it will be negative. So it will be 360 degree minus 140. We just need to subtract 360 minus 140. What will be the answer? 220. So 2x equal to 220 degree. Okay, so we need to find the value of x, because we know, like, if we add together 220 plus 140 will be 360 degree. To find the value of the x, we have to divide each side the number before the x, divide it 2, divide it 2. So what will be the value of the x when we divide each side 2? 220 divided by 2. We know 200 divided by 2 is 100, 20 divided by 2 is 10. So it will be, x will be equal to what? 110. So we have got the value of the x, 110. But did we get the value of 2x? No. So right now we're saying by the first angle we have 2x. Well, we got the value of the x, 110. So the place of the x, we just substituting by 110. You're saying that the first angle will be 2 times 110. So the first angle would be 2 times 200, 110, it would be 220. What will be the second angle? We have the second angle, you can see by we have 20 degrees the second angle. What about the third angle? The third angle we have 40 degree. And the fourth angle, the last one, we have 80 degree. So right now, okay, if you're doing the checking to check your answer if it's correct or not, okay, you're just doing by to add together all the angles. So you start the first angle, because we said, okay, adding together the sum of all the interior angles of the quadrilateral, it must be equal to 360 degree. So add together all the angles, the first one, the second angle, the third angle, and the fourth angle, it must be equal to 360 degrees. So add together all of them. Well, we got the first angle, 220 degree, 220 degree plus. Well, we got the second angle, we got 20 degree. Well, we got the third angle, we got 40 degree. Well, we got the fourth angle, we got 80 degree. It must be equal to 360 degree. So add together all the angles, 220 plus 20, 240. 240 plus 40, 280. What about 280 plus 80, 360 degree? You can see here 360 degree equal to 360 degree. That means, okay, my answer is correct if the left side and the right side they're equal. So inshallah we will stop there for the interior angles. Right now we're going by exterior angles. That's how you find it by the sum of the interior angles. Also, that's how you find it by the missing angles of the interior angles. So we're going to learn right now exterior angles. Our next topic will be exterior angles. Exterior angles of polygons. So the first question is, like, how can you find the sum of the exterior angles of polygon? So the formula would be the sum of the exterior angles of polygon. It will be different than the one for the interior angles. So the sum of the exterior angles of polygon would be 360 degree over n. N stands by number of sides of the polygon. Let's say, okay, we have a triangle. So this triangle, okay, we need to find the sum of exterior angles of the triangle. first, okay, you should know like how many sides have the triangle. We know that has 3 sides, 1, 2, 3. So what you're just doing is like you divide it by 360 degree, divided by the sum of the exterior angles of the triangle. It will be 360 degree divided by 3. You just divide by 360 degree divided by 3, okay? It will be a decimal number. You can leave it there or you can simplify. If you can't simplify, you just leave it there. What about if we look by a quadrilateral angle? We know that quadrilaterals, they have 4 sides, okay? How many sides do I have quadrilaterals? 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we need to find the sum of exterior angles of a quadrilateral, we're just saying by the formula of the sum of the exterior angles of the quadrilateral angles you can find by 360 degree divided by n. N stands by number of sides. How many sides we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're saying by 360 degree divided by 4. What's 360 divided by 4? 90 degree. That means, okay, each exterior angles of quadrilateral, it would be 90 degree. You're calculating by 90 degree. So if you go next topic, this next topic talking about finding of the missing angles in a polygon. How to find missing angles for polygon. So we will do inshallah the first 4 examples, and after that you will do this exercise inshallah. You will do this exercise and then we'll finish the lesson. So if you go to the example, so it's about like finding the missing angles in a polygon. So finding missing angles, we're doing by finding missing angles of a polygon. So the first shape we have is triangles. That the triangle is by the first angle is 2x, the second is x, and the third one is x plus 20 degree. So first we need to draw the shape. This is the first shape we have. The first shape we have is the first angle is 2x, and the second one is x plus 20 degree, x plus 20, and the third angle is by x degree. So we need to find the missing angles of polygon. First, like you need to ask yourself, okay, what's the missing angle? The missing angle is the interior angles or exterior angles. You can see by all the missing angles we have in this triangle is the interior angles. So we need to find by the missing angles of the interior angles in this triangle. So let's say, okay, I forgot the sum of the interior angles of the triangle. We already know the sum of the interior angles of the triangle. It was 180 degree. But let's say, okay, that you forgot the sum of the interior angles of the triangle. How can you find first the sum of the interior angles? So we're saying by sum of the interior angles, we can find by, what's the formula? The formula was n minus 2 times 180 degree. How many sides do we have? N stands for the number of sides. How many sides do we have? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 sides. It means about 3 minus 2 times 180 degree. What's 3 minus 2? 1. 1 times 180 degree. What's 1 times 180 degree? 180 degree, okay. That means the sum of the interior angles of the triangle, we can find 180 degree. So right now it's very easy to find the angle 2x, angle x plus 20 degree, and angle x, okay. We're just saying by the sum of interior angles of the triangle, it must be equal to 180 degree. We start with the first angle, says by x plus 20. What is the second angle? X. The third angle, 2x. They must be equal to 180 degree. So to do easy way, we learn by algebraic terms ago, algebraic simplifications, something we call like terms and unlike terms. We say like terms can be added or subtracted, but unlike terms, you're not allowed to add or to subtract, or you can't add or you can't subtract. It means like if a classroom there's like 5 boys and 3 girls, they're not like terms, so we can't add it together. You can't say like there is like 9 boys together or 9 girls together, because like there are 5 boys and 4 girls, okay. They're not like terms, they aren't like terms, okay. But let's say, okay, if the classroom like is like 3 boys and 2 boys, we can say like there's 5 boys in the classroom because all of them are like terms. So here, okay, we add first all the like terms. We're starting by x, okay. So do we have a same times for x? Yes, we have another x here. We have also 2x. So you can add together first all the like terms. You're saying by x plus x is 2x, 2x plus 2x, 4x, okay. I add together first all the like terms. We start by x, okay, x plus x, 2x, 2x plus 2x, 4x. So I'm doing 4x plus 20 is equal to 180 degree. So after that, you get by a linear equation that says by 4x plus 20 degree equal 180 degree. So 20, you go into the outside. So that equal to 4x equal to 180 degree minus 20. So after 4x equal to, what's 180 minus 20? It will be 160 degree. Divided 4, the number before the x. So what will be the